usually get a bit nervous when people tell me, clients and the people that I work with, that, oh, I met someone and I instantly had these butterflies in my stomach, because I find myself asking, is that the butterflies because you're excited about meeting this person, or the way that you feel about them, or is it actually trauma bonding? That's a tricky one, because we like to believe that the person that we meet is is the reason why we're feeling so excited. But remember, the sensation of excitement and anxiety are very, very close, and are very similar to one another. So for me, I always want to know a little bit more about the person, not the person you meet, but the person that you are, and your background, and what your patterns are. Because trauma bonding happens when one person's needs are to be met by the other person, but this one person has to um, work at receiving the attention and affection of the other person. Now, the pattern might be familiar to this person that's meeting the other, because that would be the pattern that they had as they were growing up. So let's imagine that if you were a child or a teenager that had to work hard to get the attention or affection of your parents or caregivers, chances are that you will act out or play out the same pattern is in your relationship. Now that opens you up for that leaves you feeling very exposed and vulnerable, because anybody can come into your life, and that bond may be shaped by them being, let's say, emotionally unavailable, and that might feel familiar to you. So if it's familiar, then sure, it has to you feel like, oh, it's familiar, it's safe. But it's a false sense of safety. It's not real. It only feels safe because it's familiar to your background, to how you were growing up. The best way for you to understand how, whether something is a trauma bonding or not, is for you to try to get to know yourself a little bit better, and understand what is it about this person or this situation that's really getting you excited, or it's getting you wanting to go back for more. Is it really about the kindness and availability, emotional availability of the other person? Is it about you both feeling like you're understanding each other better, or you're communicating well? Or is it you trying to validate yourself by getting their attention? You feel like you have to work hard to get their attention. Or if they give you attention, or if they're spending time with you, or they're calling you back, or they're messaging you, it makes you feel wanted or worthy. And the question to ask yourself is, why are you not feeling worthy enough to begin with? Why does this other person or their actions have to give you that sense of validation, or have to give you that sense of feeling wanted or loved? These are the things to look out for, because the butterfly feelings, I don't always trust. It has to be, you have to be a lot more aware, and it has to feel a lot more connected and aligned. It's not always about how excited you are to see the other person. Why are you excited? Ask yourself that. What is that person giving you, and what is it about that person that you like? Is it just the attention, or is it the person that they are? These are important questions to ask yourself, because this concept of trauma bonding is a very important one. Because if you have unresolved traumas that you haven't processed, then you will carry this into your relationship. You will carry this in when you want to meet someone, because you want to attend to that part of you that's wounded from the past. This has nothing to do with the other person. It's about how the other person makes you feel. So if you're already feeling whole, or you feel like, you are aligned with your true self, then the person that you meet is going to mirror that. But if you feel like you don't feel good about yourself, you don't necessarily love yourself, or you feel like you truly believe that you're not worthy of love and attention and affection, then chances are you, every time you put in a situation where you have to work for it or you have to earn it, you feel right at home. And then you believe that, oh, okay, well, we're meant to be then. But maybe that's not the case. Maybe this is just trauma bonding. Maybe this is your cue to attend to the parts of you that needs attention. You attend to those parts yourself. You can't go and seek others to come and heal that part of you, because then you leave yourself very exposed and you leave yourself open for others to take advantage of you. So it works both ways. It's not just one person taking advantage of the emotional needs of the other person. You also play a role by not attending or by not understanding your patterns and doing the work to heal that part of you. It works both ways.